Field Trips features real field stories told by real ASCE members.
Hello, everybody. My name is Chukwuebuka Nwanke. Most people call me Buka. I'm an assistant professor here at the University of Southern California in the Civil and Environmental Engineering Department. So this is going to be my field trip story. It's going to be a double-packed field trip story. And I try to keep this concise. I know I talk too much, but I try to keep it concise. So the first one, when I was in industry not too long ago, I was tasked with essentially installing a well, a well for a perk test at a site. And prior to installing these wells, you have to go through the process. I'm sure a lot of you guys know what to do. Get the permits. When you get the permits, you call the inspectors. The inspectors come and check everything. You go there with the inspectors. You check to make sure everything's all right. So we did that. Went through the whole process. Everything is marked. We call dig. We do all everything. So that was done. Now the day of the drilling comes by, and we have to drill these wells. All right. So we're drilling the well. So we drilled the first hole. We marked it. The inspector came. Everything's fine. We look at, this is a beach location. So, there's a bathroom right here on this side. There's nothing over here. I see the water spout right here. So I'm like, clearly, okay, there's something here. I'm going to move 5-6 feet over here. There should be absolutely nothing here. So we start drilling to install the well, and then we're drilling. Go about maybe 1.5 feet down, and the driller was like, "Hey, we hit something." I'm like, "What do you mean you hit something? There's nothing here to hit." And the moment he says it, we look, and all of a sudden the water starts coming. Like, oh crap! So come to find out about it, there was a water line there. I still to today can't tell you where it connected to, but it was a magical water line there. So we had to shut off the entire the park guard or whatever the case may be, and you had to shut off the water for that entire area. So the moral of the story is, no matter what you do, the ground always wins. It's nothing you can do off the top. You can try, but the ground usually always wins. And the other thing is, make sure you triple check. Even with the inspectors, you triple check old stuff. Sometimes there are unknowns you can't account for. But the funny story about this is, when we shut off the water, that bathroom was out of service. And this is the beach, so the other bathroom was it had to be at least like 300 kilometers, like 300 meters in either direction. So people coming in like, gotta use back. I'm like, the bathroom's closed. So I was a bad guy that day. Wasn't fun. It was hilarious, but that's the filter story number one. That's number one. Number two is very related, and it has to do closely with my time as an intern. About 13 years ago, I was working for a construction company in Denver, Colorado, and I was tasked with essentially installing all the light pole bases around the entire site, kind of like the finishing work. So we're drilling the light pole bases. That's my job. So we the architect and the engineers came up with an idea. We marked everything. We staked everything out where the light pole base is supposed to be. So we started drilling. So me and the laborer at the time start, with the drill. So we start drilling, and we're drilling. This is our first hole we're drilling. I don't know what it is. Drilling. All of a sudden, he's like, "Oh, this is a little tough." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. Just what do you do?" He's like, "Yeah, I know. Just keep going." So he keeps going, but the drill is no longer going down. He's going up. So he's just like, "Oh, something's wrong." And then all of a sudden, the drill hole is like hanging at an angle like this with the drill hole like this. So we have to pull it back out. Come to find out, there was an ancient old electrical line there, and back in the day, electrical lines were covered with these bricks. So I'm looking down, I'm like, and keep in mind I was young, so I'm like, who the heck did the geotech investigation for this site? I was a young guy, I just finished my geotech classes with Ross, and Jason DeYoung at Davis. So I'm questioning people, but come to find out, I don't think they did much of a geotech investigation for that situation. So, yeah, we have to move the lipo bases, not once but twice, because the second time we almost hit the fiber line. So I'm just, something about drilling and digging to me, I'm not gonna say I'm 0 for 2. I've had some good experiences, but I've done relatively well. But these are just cases where you don't know what's beneath the ground. The ground doesn't care what you're trying to do. So that's my field trip story. Thank you guys, and see you guys next time.
Field Trips is a production of ASCE and the Geo Institute.